Time now for Media Watch, with the food theme continuing. The death of Joël Robuchon has shaken France. Many foodies in France, of course, viewing this man as a real doyen.
Absolutely, and nobody celebrates culinary greats quite like France. But the death of Joël Robuchon is being felt across the globe, not least because he opened restaurants everywhere. The New York Times, among those, referring to him as Chef of the Century, an honour that was given to him by the restaurant guide Go Mio in 1989. And he holds the record. At one time, he had 32 Michelin stars, so he truly is. It's no exaggeration to refer to him as a great of French cuisine. Lots and lots of chefs and professional culinary greats themselves paying tribute to, including Gordon Ramsay, who worked with Robuchon in his formative years. He says, "We've lost the godfather of Michelin, the most decorated chef in the world. He kept all of us on our toes, even when we were sleeping. Merci, chef, God bless." Now, the British press seem to have latched onto one story in particular, the fact that Joël Robuchon, who was a fairly strong-minded person, knew what he wanted, but not necessarily known for being aggressive, actually threw a plate at Gordon Ramsay, who, of course, is known for being somewhat tempestuous, shall we say. Joël Robuchon, back in 2013, told The Telegraph all about it, saying he's only ever thrown one plate in his life, and yes, it was at Gordon Ramsay. He says, "I remember it was a dish of langoustine ravioli. He hadn't made it properly. I told him so, and Gordon reacted in a very arrogant manner." It's a lovely little tale that lots of people are talking about today. Other chefs paying tribute. Eric Ripert says, "The most rigorous, precise, demanding, ultra-gifted king of all chefs." And Nigella Lawson herself, a very well-known chef, and also certainly one who has a devil-may-care attitude to indulgence. She says, thinking of Joël Robuchon and his mashed potatoes. And it does seem odd that this kind of signature dish of someone who's such a culinary great is something as simple as mashed potatoes. Lots and lots of French media outlets reproducing today the recipes so that people can learn to try to do it like Robuchon. And it is an odd one, but basically the not-so-secret ingredient is an awful lot of butter. For 1 kilo of potatoes, he used to put in 250 grams of butter. Now, ordinarily, you'd expect between 50 and 100. But the French take their mashed potato very, very seriously. There's even a website puremaison.com, which gives all sorts of different recipes for mashed potato, including this very famous one. It's not quite as simple as just lob in a lot more butter. There's more to it. You cook the potatoes with the skins on, you peel them when they're hot, which sounds like a recipe of a disaster, frankly. You have to use a specific type of potato, of course, and you're not allowed to use a food mixer. You have to whip it up by hand, which sounds like awfully hard work. Now, if you think 250 grams of butter sounds like a bit too much, well, this Chicago foodie has some advice for everyone when paying tribute to this chef. She said, "Life is short. Eat the mashed potatoes."
Great advice, and we all should take it, I think. Now then, plastic surgeons are reporting what may be an alarming link between the desire to change our looks and social media. Emma, please explain.
Yes, the term Snapchat dysmorphia was actually coined earlier this year, and now more plastic surgeons are coming forward to say that they do believe it's a genuine issue. You're laughing, you shouldn't be, just because she's got false ears on her.
But people don't want to look like that, do they, surely?
Well, no, but if you look in the middle image, the eyes are so much bigger, the skin is absolutely flawless, her face has been sculpted, her features are thinner, and it's not just Snapchat. If you're not familiar with it, this is what they...
It's that refining of the features that people have been seduced by.
It's not the only app that allows you to tinker with your face and your features. Obviously, there are plenty of them out there, and it is one of those stories that basically looks at the effect of social media as a whole on our self-esteem. Now, plastic surgeons say patients used to come in with photos of celebrities saying, "This is what I want to look like." Now they're coming in with their own Snapchat images saying, "I want to look like me, but like this." It's been published by the Journal of the American Medical Association, this particular paper, and they say that plastic surgeons are going to be dealing with the aftermath of this for years to come. These filters and edits have become the norm, altering people's perception of beauty worldwide. Now, there's an interesting take on this in The Pool, an article written by Emily Baker. This is her. She did some slight tinkering using Facetune, published the photo, and found that none of her friends realised she had actually adapted. The photo on the left is is her au naturel. On the right, you can see that her nose is thinner, her skin is much clearer. And she said that even though she knew it wasn't a true representation of her, she still loved all the attention she got from these good comments. And she said, I'm not wildly unhappy with the face I have, but I admit I would rather look like the Facetune version of myself.
It is a scary road that we're all on, isn't it? Now then, to change the mood completely, this weekend saw one of the highlights of the Canine calendar in California.
Yes, absolutely. The 3rd annual World Dog Surfing Championships have taken part.
Dog Surfing Championships.
Yes, taken place at Linda Mar State Beach in Pacifica. We have some images from the weekend to show you. Oh my dog, the images are adorable. I've got all sorts of puns. Surf's pup, don't worry, it's not too rough out there on the waves. I hope we have some images. There we go. Wonderful scenes. 45 contestants turned up to take part. There were various categories, or should we call them doggeries? Dog alone, dog with owner, even double doggage, like these two here. Some dogs didn't look quite as impressed as others, it has to be said. Some looking a little bit bedraggled. But yes, there's a definite surfer dude dog look, which you see when you look at some of the tweets that are online. Thousands of people turned out to see these animals. But yes, amazing images being posted online, including surfer dogs with Mohican hairdos, and that seems to be particularly popular. This, if you wanted to know, is the guy who won over all. He's Derby, he's a golden doodle, and was deemed to be the best surfer of all.
He looks quite a dude. Emma, thank you very much indeed. Emma James from Media Watch.